Ancelotti's reaction: Real Madrid struggles after Arsenal defeat. As Kylian Mbappé exited the Emirates Stadium, a curious fan asked if Real Madrid could still turn things around. With a confident "course we can," he vanished into the night. In stark contrast, Vinicius Jr. left quietly, while Rodrigo slipped by unnoticed. Luka Modric and Fede Valverde remained silent, but Lucas Vázquez, Raúl Asensio, Thibaut Courtois, and Jude Bellingham shared their thoughts. Vázquez bluntly stated, "We weren't good," while Courtois lamented, "We forgot to play well." Asensio echoed the disappointment, saying, "It's not what we expected," yet it felt all too familiar. Bellingham, when asked if he was shocked, replied, "I don't know if shocked is the right word." For anyone who has followed Madrid this season, the outcome was hardly surprising. They are Real Madrid, after all, a team that usually finds a way. Bellingham emphasized, "We have to look at ourselves." These are similar themes to when we have dropped points all season. It's happened again tonight on a larger scale. Courtois pondered if he should have added an extra man to the wall, but that seemed trivial compared to the team's overall performance. By the end of the 3-0 defeat, it wasn't that Madrid played poorly, rather, they simply didn't show up. Arsenal played brilliantly, but Madrid appeared as a void, a collection of 11 empty grey shirts. Ancelotti noted that the team fell away both mentally and physically after conceding. While he claimed they played well for an hour, many would disagree. Before the goals, there was a familiar passivity, and after the first goal, there was no response, no fight, just an overwhelming sense of defeat. Bellingham remarked, "We were nowhere near it, they could have scored more. We're lucky to get away with 3." The recurring theme of getting away with it was evident, but Madrid ended up looking like what they are, the 11th team in the league phase facing the 3rd. Their league finish was flattering. They had been outplayed by Lille, Stuttgart, Liverpool, and Milan. They began the European season with a comeback against Dortmund, but ended up needing too many comebacks, which frustrated fans as much as it thrilled them. They reached the quarterfinals with a narrow defeat at Atletico Madrid, a match that would have eliminated them under the old away goals rule, but they survived a shootout. Madrid arrived in London still dreaming of a treble, but having conceded 11 goals in just a week. Arsenal, on the other hand, faced their own struggles, suffering 3 consecutive defeats. This was Madrid's 5th loss in the Champions League and 5 more in La Liga, alongside a Super Cup final defeat to Barcelona, where they conceded 5 goals. Ancelotti acknowledged the ongoing issue: "It's been difficult to find a compact block." They ran 12 kilometers less than Arsenal, which may not seem like much, but it translates to 10 lengths of the pitch less than their opponents. Valverde, who has covered more distance than any Madrid player, finds himself behind 14 players in the Champions League this season. "We lacked football," Ancelotti stated, highlighting a lack of personality, structure, sacrifice, and solidarity. From the start of the season, Ancelotti sensed something was off. After a draw against Mallorca, he pointed out the lack of balance, attitude, and commitment. The arrival of Mbappé brought excitement, but also overshadowed the departure of Toni Kroos, who was deemed irreplaceable. Perhaps those calling them the new Galacticos forgot how the first Galacticos ended. Fitting everything together proved challenging, leading to fractures in the dressing room and a manager whose voice was less heard. Injuries, particularly to Dani Carvajal, compounded the issues, as did poor squad planning. Ancelotti had expressed concern after a defeat to Milan, admitting, "We're lacking something." The reality was that Madrid lacked almost everything. Ancelotti tried various formations and strategies, but the team lacked a clear identity. They often played deeper, which didn't resonate with fans used to a more dynamic style. Over time, he seemed to find some success with a 4-4-2 formation. Dani Ceballos briefly emerged as a key player, resembling Kroos, but then he got injured again. Mbappé became the star he was expected to be, while Vinicius Jr. struggled to find his form. Rodrigo, often the player sacrificed for balance, made a case for